Hi everyone, it's Cletus here, and today we are going to be telling, and also, here's Windsor. He's my uncle. He doesn't have a channel, or else I'd shout him out, but, yeah. And here's Windsor.
What? Here's Windsor.
No, this is Windsor. This is Sully.
I'm her brother.
His is Okie Dokie, like O-A-K.
My
like
YouTube is Okie Dokie.
I think
You
they
just
get
say-
the
Thanks for shouting out.
point. Wow.
Oh, dang, it's not working now.
No, don't. Anywho, so today we're going to be telling stories about our childhood,
I fell over.
memories we have. So you literally smell like that, like Febreze.
Oh yeah.
Or did you spray me?
I didn't. You didn't want this.
Okay. Anywho,
Does it work maybe?
maybe don't point it. Oh,
Does.
no, it's working. Now
Does
it's
work.
raining on me. Oh.
You go in your eyes.
Yes, it like went in my. Anywho,
I killed Cletus.
oh my god, it tastes like chemicals. Anywho, so the first story I'm gonna share, I have a story to share, is actually from when it's like, I'm not even kidding, I don't even know why. It's like my most favorite story of my childhood ever. It's when me and Windsor were like tiny little babies, and I guess I could crawl. Like, we were both crawling, we were little. He's not much older than me. He kind of, anywho, we somehow crawled into my mom's room, my mom and dad's room that was like closed. Like, the door was closed completely, so I don't know how we got in there. And she put the candy on top of a dresser, so I also don't know how we got that. It was Halloween candy in a bowl. And she was looking for us. She didn't think that we'd be in their room because, like, it was, like, locked, or not locked, like, closed up. So, like, we weren't tall enough.
Death.
I thought I heard Mom calling us.
We weren't tall enough to, like, open the thing. So I don't even know how we got in there. Well, I was like, anyhow. So she was looking everywhere for us, like, my grandpa, his dad. They were all scrambling, looking for us everywhere. And then, all of a sudden, my mom, like, just wasn't even thinking about looking in her room because the door was closed. And she was, haha, like a little kid laughing, like little baby laughing. And then, like, baby talking in her room. And she was like, what? So, like, she walks in there. She said that all she saw was, like, the top of our heads, like, behind her bed. And she said that there was just, like, a trail of candy wrappers. And she looked around the corner, and there was just candy, chocolate all over our face, and, like, just wrappers just everywhere. And we ate, like, this whole bowl of candy, so that was the beginning of our, eating, I guess? I don't know. So, yeah.
Why are you doing that like you have nipples?
Yeah,
Oh, I
can
didn't
you
mean
not
to
do that, please?
I didn't
Sully,
mean
this
to do
is
that,
my channel.
sorry.
Alright, so, anyone else have stories?
I gotta think of some. What do you got?
I have, actually have two right off the top of my head. I already told this one to them earlier, but I was about 5 or something. I lived in my Zor house whenever I lived in Zor, Ohio, and I lived in this big greenhouse that is now a coffee shop and is now
Dumb.
pale or something. I don't know. But I used to live in the Zor house when I was about like 5 or 6, and I got a good grade, so I was rewarded with a ginormous something has popped up.
Why would that pop? Okay, continue.
All right, so I got this ginormous Reese's thing. It was like this ginormous thing with a bunch of Reese's in it. So, you know, like any good child, I would eat one a day, and then I'd put it up on my dresser to save for later. One day, you know, like I'd always count how many I'd eaten.
Eight.
Eaten.
How many
Eaten.
I ate?
Number 8. I don't know. So I one day I got them out, you know, from my dresser, and then there's 3 missing, and I didn't eat the 3. So I'm like, who ate these? So basically, just for the entire day, I started interrogating everyone. I started screaming at the top of my lungs, yelling at everybody. Lungs. And I was very mad at everybody until it was only like, I've never told my family this until probably now if they watch this. I ate them. I ate those three Reese's. So I ate them. So yeah, there's that. So I feel bad now. And then my other one is, again, with me, he was there too, and my two sisters. But we're, again, in the Zor house, and we are sitting on the attic steps that, like, led up to the attic. And we're just sitting there, and then I had this it was like, there was candy in the handle of this thing, and then if you press a button, there's a fan.
And it it was for like hot days, like you ate candy and then it was like...
Yeah. So like you're lazy all around. So it's one of those things. I got it, and of course I had to get it tangled up in her hair. Again, this was when I was like 5 or 6. But yeah, so I got tangled up in her hair, and I got in trouble for that. So yeah, so there's about 2 of my favorite stories.
When he says tangled, my hair was like... I mean, half of it wasn't, and the other half, because I had really thin hair because I was little. And it was just, and I also had long hair, so it was just like wrapped up. I remember that because it hurt, because I remember running downstairs and we were all like, oh my God. Yeah.
Another funny one was where Vivian, my sister, she got gum stuck in her hair whenever we were actually going to your mom's wedding. She got gum stuck in her hair. We were going to my older sister's wedding.
Oh my God.
And she got gum stuck in her hair, so then she had to cut her hair and stuff. So that was fun.
I have a real quick... You go, and then I'll say it. I just didn't want to forget it, but go ahead.
Okay, do you want to say it?
I guess I will. Because I don't want to forget it, because I just remembered it. I remember Vivian was sick, the one who had to get the gum cut out of her hair. Vivian was sick where she was like throwing up, but we were at their house. We stayed a lot of time. I just remember being at their house a lot, it felt like. Because Grandpa watched us, because no one else did. And she was sick. She was like throwing up sick. She had like, I don't know. She was really sick. And she was laying there, and we were all watching this movie, and Grandpa was like before he was just like gonna go make us lunch or something, and the kitchen was like right there, and he was like, all right, if she throws up and then he goes, Vivian, if you feel like you're gonna throw up, come tell me and I'll go bring you to the bathroom or whatever. So we're all sitting there and we're watching this movie, and we didn't even hear anything. We didn't like see anything or smell it. We didn't even notice. And I remember just looking over, because I would think I was sitting next to her, but she was like kind of like laying on the couch. And I just remember looking over, and she was just sitting in her puke. Just sitting in it, not even saying anything. She was just sitting there. And she was still watching, and she was like, and there was just puke, like right, like just all over. Just, it was so gross. And I was like, Vivian! And she's like, what? She's like, oh yeah, oops. I was like, that's... So me and Emily, like, were freaking out and, like, ran and were like, I was like, Grandpa, she just threw up. And he was like, Vivian, why didn't you say anything? Because she didn't even say... We had no idea, because, I don't know, I guess it just drizzled out or something. It was gross, but yeah, it's that story. Go ahead.
I remember a story with my chickens. I know that sounds a little weird, but it's a quick little one that came off the top of my head. But I remember that I had this flake of hay, okay? Flake. I said a flake.
I think it's a flake. I was like, what?
And if you don't know what that is, it's just hay in a little square. Hopefully you know what that is. And I was going to put it in their little pen, so I just kind of threw it there. They usually like to like scratch at it, peck at it to spread it out, you know? So they started scratching at it, and I saw this thing shoot out of it. Turns out there was a snake in there.
Yummy.
Which scared me. And then the chickens just started tearing away at it. I mean tearing. Like they were just pecking it like crazy, scratching at it. It was getting tore up. And then they somehow drug it in the back, where it was like this little like... It was like pretty much... You couldn't see back there, okay? and it was like a little doorway. They can go back there, lay and stuff. And they went back there, and let me tell you, all I heard was squawking and stuff. And then I saw it actually squirm out for a minute, and it was wrapped up in like a ball, and it was literally
Was it a
tied in.
knot?
It was literally a knot. And then all I saw was a chicken peek its beak out and just drag it right back in. That's the last we saw
Yeah,
of it.
that's the last we saw of it.
Chickens are vicious.
I have another story that from the Zor house. So I would hang out with Emily because I don't know, we would just hang out, but then she'd get mad at me about something that I don't know. We were little kids, so we just got mad at each other because we were little kids. I don't know.
Maybe you shouldn't have used her name. Ellen isn't like, being publicly shown.
Her name's not Emily. It's Katie. Anywho, so yeah, she got mad at me, and I would always go to the boys' room, but Grandpa would always be like, "Don't bother the boys," or they'd be like, "Don't bother the girls." I remember him saying that, and I just we just get mad at each other. So I'd go into Windsor's room, and I remember just opening the door, and this ball flies past my face, and I was like,
Do you remember this, Spencer?
"What was?"
No, I don't remember this at all.
I was like, "What was that?" And I remember earlier in the day they kept sneaking around in between the laundry room and his room. But, I mean, they did that a lot. They did experiments a lot or whatever. And it turns out they made this bouncy ball out of laundry supplies, I guess.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember?
And
Yeah.
I just remember it flies past my face, and they're like, "Oops," because they're bouncing it off his door, and I didn't know. And then we were
Oh my
bouncing it
God.
around,
That
and it was
so great.
and it was so bouncy. It was, if you slightly bounce off this wall, it would go way far.
I remember we just made it, and
Yeah.
I was like, we were like, oh, it's just a ball, and then Windsor dropped it or something. I saw it kind of bouncing. I was like, wait a minute. I picked it up and launched through as hard as
And
I
it was
could on the floor, and it hit the floor, bounced up to the ceiling, hit the floor, and bounced up pretty high again. It was really bouncy.
It was extremely bouncy. If only we would have.
And I remember looking over at when Windsor was I was talking to Cassidy, and Windsor was bouncing off the door, and then all I saw was him hit the door real hard, and it bounced back, hit him in the face, and he was sitting there for a minute, and he looked over and saw me and started laughing. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember getting hit in the face. Man, that was so good. I remember that, but I completely forget what the ball was made out of.
It was made out of. It was laundry. I know there was laundry.
There's also a
detergent in it for
scientific kit somehow. There was a little kit.
sure. You don't need no kits. You guys was.
It had a little frame in it for a ball.
Oh my God! It's so familiar. It was like that zombie kit I had.
It was the zombie slime kit or something.
No, it was the bug kit.
Maybe it was.
Oh yeah.
I had this kit to make.
But it had a little
bugs.
ball in there. A little one that you could make balls in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one more. I remember. Now that I'm thinking back about the Zor house, there's so many memories, but we'd be here forever.
I'm Batman.
But I remember Windsor, we were all in his room. Well, Vivian, for a while, a lot of the memories Vivian couldn't even walk yet, but we were all in his room, and the window was open because it was a really nice day out, and there was a sidewalk right in front of their house. And he just opens up the screen and spits out of it, not even looking. And this person was walking there, and he spit. I remember this, spit on this person. They look up, and he was and he puts his head in. We all looked over because we heard "oh" or something like that, or what was that, or something like that. So we all looked out the window, and then they looked up, and all they saw, they probably only just saw because we just closed the window real quick and acted like nothing happened the rest of the day.
Do you remember that, Windsor?
Yeah, I remember.
I remember it was a big spit too. It was a huge, you were building it up. I was the poor person.
Yeah.
Sorry, person, if you see this,
That was me.
Him.
We got spit on. Benzor.
If you get famous, and you'd be like, I got spit on by a famous person.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah. So. Yes.
Good-
yeah.
You're welcome. You're
Yeah,
welcome
You're
then.
welcome then.
So, do you guys have anything else to say?
I can't really think of any right now. Windsor?
No, not really.
All right.
Alright, well,
Remember, it's me, Cletus. So.
Also, if you're watching this video, there's a lot of YouTubers that don't actually look at their subscribers and say thank you. So Cassidy,
Yeah, thank you, honestly, for all
Yep.
my.
so everybody look at me, all right?
I'm gonna see how many subscribers I have.
Everybody look at me. Ready? You're welcome. You're welcome for giving me this content. Free.
I have 8
good
subscribers.
content. You're welcome. All
I
8
have
of you.
3.
I'm one of them.
Hi everyone, thank you.
have 5.
I have 8.
I have 5.
Yeah, you have 5 subscribers. He doesn't know how many subscribers. Yeah, you have 5.
Wow, Sully.
Sorry.
Thank you to all the 8 subscribers. Like literally, I thought it was only on my last one. Cletus's short. If you want to see those, please don't look at them. Whoa. I only had like 4 subscribers, so let's look at how many Sully has.
And also, if you guys want me to make
Yeah,
a
you have
channel.
5.
Also,
Well-
if you guys want me to make a channel, put that in the comments, and I might. Probably not. I might.
And did I already mention that I have my channel?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did?
his Okidoki, Oakidi.
No.
Nope, not even close. DOKI.
Oh,
That's
D-O-K.
That's okie dokie over here.
So it's like
Over here, okie dokie.
So it's like Okidoki except with an A after the first O, right?
Like oak, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I wish
Okay.
that this.
You
could
got
just,
that
like,
content
end.
too.
Maybe I can hit. Hold on.
Don't do it.
Maybe you do it. Do it.
Oh.
Oh,
Good
All right.
job.
Bye.
yeah.
Thank you for
Bye.
watching.